I got my office set up so it kind of looks a little different now, probably. Um, yeah. Um, I have freaking 4 screens. 2 of them are for work, so we're not touching those, despite my best efforts. So, hope you guys are doing okay. Um, yeah. Hope you guys are ready for a nice, chill, relaxing evening. Um, yeah, we're kind of just gonna hop into it. Then I'm gonna be real with you guys. It's been a dumpster fire of a day. Um, and I'm not looking forward to really dealing with it, I guess. So I'm taking a break because I worked late today so that I can make up some time because I went to an appointment. Um, Appointment was fine, actually probably the highlight of the day, which is funny considering how the rest of the day went. So as you can see, there's a cat lurking in the back. Um, Anywho, let's get right into this. Please, you're crazy. You drive me nuts. So I'm going to keep an ear out for my kids, keep an ear out for my wife coming in the door, and we're kind of just gonna get to work. So hop on it. Um, so as you can see, we are finally into the Pryce split. Finished Jasmine completely off stream. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Ty? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate the lurk. We're gonna we're gonna be hanging out. Hopefully chilling for a good while. I don't know how long this is gonna run. It could last forever. It could last 20 minutes. Who knows? Of course, now it goes page unresponsive. Relax. Okay. So, okay. I wanted to look through the Jasmine split real quick with you guys just to give you an overview of what all's going on. So, we have completed all these teams. And I'm not going to lie to you, this might be some of my favorite builds that I've done. I'm actually incredibly proud of it. Um, the Jasmine split is pretty gross because it's not a lot of teams. It's actually the shortest split in the game. But good lord, is it dangerous? Because look at these teams, man. Starting even here with this, like, whoo, that's a crazy matchup for anybody. It can be a nice little roadblock, especially going into this fight, which is also crazy. Because I think this is probably one of the best built teams I've had. Um, yeah, and you start getting into these in the lighthouse, which are like, oh, this is gonna be gross. Is all I'm saying. And yeah, this is a disgusting team. This is a gross team. You get to see Rotom decks now. Yes, we're adding Rotom Pokedex into this game because I thought it was well worth it. I think it'd be fun. Holy crap, these teams are just disgusting, and I'm loving it because yeah, obviously Jasmine's team is horrendous. Like, good luck. This is just going to be really hard to take down. It's going to be the shortest and the most painful split, I think, or one of the most painful splits. Going into Pryce is going to be the worst because you've got. What are you doing, Cap? You've got all Mount. We got 4 whole trainers of Mount Border. Not a big deal, right? Chris is a disgusting trainer. It's not even the weather rust that are going to get you. Honestly, it's not. What's going to kill you off is going to the dang rocket hideout because you got back-to-backs. You've got all these trainers that are mandatory, even if they don't look it on the outset. And this battle is going to be so gross because what I did, I'm making it a Defiant Braviary and an Oblivious Mamoswine. So what's going to happen is if the Dragapult gets killed first, the Salamence is probably coming in next. And if the Salamence comes in next, and none of these are dead, this doesn't get intimidated, this gets a Defiant boost. You're gonna have to kill off the Braviary first. Otherwise, you're probably gonna take a massive hit from it. Because it'll be +1/+1. With not much switches. Botrix, you can go away. We're gonna make you Jolly Nature. To give you turn, close combat, acrobatics, tailwind. It's not even to make this Dragapult completely useless either. If it kills off one of these things, it's automatically helpful. So the goal is just to make it as hopefully helpful without it being the carry. You're gonna have to think when fighting this team, because yeah, Archaludon is probably gonna help you carry out, but the problem with that is you're gonna have to deal with a strong jaw Arbok, a Mega Houndoom, some ridiculous strength from Marina, who's gonna hit that thing hard too, because literally Choice Specs Moonblast is probably only giving it. These cats are obnoxious. So it's just going to be really corrode. It's not going to be Choice Specs, but it'll probably be Throat Spray. Because we're going to go Liquid Voice on this thing, which I never usually do. But Throat Spray with Liquid Voice. Hyper Voice. Moonblast. Ice Beam. Yeah, we'll leave that at that for now. So basically what I'm thinking is, yes, we're going to make this Salamence Intimidate. Because cruelty. You're going to have to find a way to get around it, because otherwise, that's going to be part of the puzzle. It's not just navigating their team. It's going to be making sure that this thing doesn't come out on the Braviary or basically, essentially the Braviary, especially the Braviary, but the Braviary or the Mamoswine. So you got to make sure that the Braviary is dead, pretty much, or the Mamoswine is dead. But the crazy part of that is, Dragapult won't be able to kill Mamoswine in a shot, most likely. Adamant here. This is going to be a crazy, nasty fight. I think we're going to give this thing Rock Slide too, just because. Man, today's been an absolute dumpster fire. I'm still not all here for it either. Anyway, so let's continue. So that's kind of what I want to show you, like the boss teams. There's not a lot of boss teams in this split. So all you've got is the double admin or Archer and Ariana fight, the boss Pokemon Electro fight. Then you've got Pryce. could change this Mammoth to I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out here. Crabominable. Aside from being an ice fighting type, has Hyper Cutter. Why are we lagging? It's just the web page. Someone to give you that. We can go ice hammer, ice shard, high horsepower, and rock slide are still okay. No, not high horsepower. We can go close combat. We'll go rock slide still. There's no reason for that really. And even still, it's a really good combo because this thing can actually probably kill Dragapult in one hit. If I gave it Gavel Power, it definitely could, because it normally gets that. I actually want to peek at its stats real quick for funsies. I can't remember what its attack stat is. I think it's something pretty decently high, like 120 something. Yeah, 132 is actually stronger than Mamoswine. That's kind of wild if you think about that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I can actually go Hammer Smash on this thing instead of a Rock Slide. Yeah, Hammer Smash, Hammer Arm, give it Gavel Power. Give it a Clear Amulet. Because that's going to be disgusting to deal with. Anywho, so that's kind of wild to think about. Gonna give it Ice Shard as an egg move too. Just to make sure that other people can use that too. Okay, so our next thing now is to actually go through and figure out the levels for everything, because right now the cap is 65. Okay, so your levels are figured out. Previous level cap was what, 62? Tell me, Jasmine, what was your cap? I think it was 62. Because, nope, it was 63. It was 64. 64. Which means the level cap needs to be updated here. No, 65 will work here, actually. So we can go 63. There we go, that'll do it. Okay. Next is level cap 68, so we're gonna go. He's gonna have our first team is 6. That's because he's super nerd. actually going to change their super, because I don't care much for having teams of 6 until we get later. Alright, let's continue. Okay, let's see. This is the back-to-back, so we're gonna make it like a team of, I just want to say 4 and 3. I'm gonna go 3 and 3. Actually, don't mind that too much because our next back-to-back isn't until Kanto anyway. We do a 4 to 4. Could go with the 3 and or 4 and 3. Wouldn't be too bad actually. There it is. We'll just do a 3 and a 3. Not too bad. Yeah, if you're supposed to be what, 70 something? Oh. Oh, that's the cap for the gym too. Okay. Go. That runs us right up to that level cap. 70. Okay. There you go. That should put us right at the cap. Yep. Bam. Okay. That's all the levels. That's good. This one is surprisingly short too, despite all the what it could look like as the trainers. It's really not like crazy. So I'm just gonna put sets together for all the bosses. Then we'll go back and put the trainers in. Okay, so first you're gonna have Intimidate for sure. Your adaptability. trying to finish this up decently quickly so I can turn around and put it as ready to go in so I can get on with hegemony. Honestly, I'm going to have this last bit be I know. I love this freaking music. This is from one of my favorite games on the N64. This is the best track on that entire game. By far. Hands down. Not even close. This is what makes Dragonbolt a good lead. Because it's going to be running Life Orb, Clear Body, Naive. That way Thunderbolt actually hits decently hard. Because it can hit at least 3 of them. It's a good choice. I've gotten to have coverage for most of the stuff here. But it's just going to have to be able to actually handle it. That's the thing. Arsaluda might be able to take care of the rest of it, but it's just going to be really tough. You're going to have to put in your own work. And this team is not going to give you a whole lot of mercy. You slip up once and it's probably game over for you. I think that's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty good setup though. Let's go into Rival Chris, and then we can get through everything else. Rival Chris. Burden. Fort Drive. Salt Vest. Burden. I don't know why Salt Vest is your ability. No, huge power is your ability. Third server. You are focus staff. But Life Orb. Salt Vest. But succeed. Just tight. Modest. Adamant. Timid. Adamant. Adamant. Honest. This is going to be a really hard team to break. There's a bunch of freaking hard hitters in a Azumarill, which is also a hard hitter, so have fun. Um, I love watching this lag. Ugh. We have 2 setup sweepers in this fight. The other one being this one. It's really quite the gross team. But I think now we can rock into our normal teams, which won't be too hard. Okay, let's have another electric terrain thing, but like, it can't be too bad. We're actually just gonna have, funny enough, this is gonna be like, actually, I'm just gonna make these guys a bunch of memes. Give you a little bit of a difficulty break. So it's gonna be like, Electrode. Magnezone. And some rando Unmon. More Pico. Probopass. Electro Hisui. Togedemaru. No, not Togedemaru. Pachirisu. This guy's gonna Togedemaru. Weezing, Galar. Relax. This guy's got your unconventional exploding mons. You know, Weezing explodes all the time. Snorlax does not. Boom, boom, baby. Boom, boom, baby. Boom, boom, baby. That's gonna be funny. Alright, moving on to actual fights. Sun. Infernate. You're gonna have Cherim. Charizard. Just regular old Charizard. Marowak Alola. Nah. Let's go Lurantis. This is gonna be funny as crap. Just because Lurantis is gonna hit so hard out of nowhere. Elegant Hisui. It's not gonna be a crazy hard fight. It's just gonna be there. Then you're gonna pop into this fight. This is actually gonna be the challenge here. Rotom Heat. Cargo. Let's see what other mods benefit from this. Got some Chloricum mods we can use. Let's go Venusaur. Sigilith. This guy's gonna have the crazy mods. Give me Shift Tree. Yawn. I'm gonna check you out real quick. I can't remember if you get chlorophyll or not. You do. I was kind enough to give this thing sharpness too. I'm just gonna give this to you. Leafeon is going. Okay. Leave those there for now. Shift Tree. What else can we put up here? Oh, Honchcraw. Honchcraw would be fun. It just slaps things with freaking fire. Okay. Give you a Flora. Swallow. And let's see, what's the last one? I'm gonna give him a Blaziken. Just a Blaziken. Not a Blaziken Mega, just a Blaziken. Thought about Blaziken Mega for a second, but no. That would hit way too crazy hard. Let's cut this one down to a 4, 2 and 2. Then the next double will be a 3 and 2. Go with Mignon. Jinx. Broke. And we go with what else? It's water boosting that. I think let's get one well besides Raquanin. Because we could go with the Raquanin. Sure. No, I'm changing us, but I was changing you to. I was changing you to filter. It was just literally Raquanin. Would be Pyre, yeah. I don't remember opening that, my dude. Okay. The computer's having a blast with this. Outlier. Let's just speed me up a bit. Probably dropping frames like mad. We shall wait. This is the entire stream. Please, just stop failing. Well, while we're waiting, because my computer's being an absolute dum-dum, I'm gonna go grab another cup of coffee. We'll hit the BRB button. Maybe we'll hit the BRB button. If it hits the BRB at some point, it will. No more coffee for me. Okay, well, I guess it never switched. That's fine. Okay. Close out of that one too. Stop loading. Reload. Will you work? What happened? What the heck? Closing out. Alright, 3 is, that's part of the problem, isn't it? Let's close out all the RPG makers, that'll probably help. Close out of that, that'll probably help. Alright, come on. Back up we go. Not wasting time today. I don't know what happened to my mic, man. It's been cut out for like 10 minutes. Or however long I've been back from getting some more coffee. Ugh. Come on, man, just load. I'm gonna turn the music down in my ears a bit. That's the opposite of down. Okay. Stop. Reload. I just want to edit this page. What is so hard about that? Especially because this is supposed to be a browser that doesn't eat up your freaking CPU. Here we go. Thankfully, finally the letters are coming up. That was far more obnoxious than it should have been. Right, let's continue. Because now we're building sun teams. Thankfully, there's not a whole lot of sun teams left. Because actually, I think it's the last bit of sun before the two routes headed up to what you call it, Victory Road. So we can get past Chris. There's the sun stuff. Let's get into the rain. Let's think. What other kind of water type or water spammers? What else? I was gonna put a Araquanid here. It's a bunch of mons that are weak to flying. You got Luminion and Toxicroak. I should make you a star. Make you. That's a funny looking Omastar. Okie dokie. So, come on, load in. Having a third screen would be so cool. I mean, technically I could. While we wait on that to load, let's get on to our next team, which is just a single battle. So we can probably put a Barraskewda on this team somewhere. Kinda want it to be right here. Barraskewda. Cruel. And Heliolisk. Not your typical rain team. Kinda digging it. But everybody's weak to ground. Not weak to ground, can't take a ground hit very well. Barraskewda will kill off ground type, but as for Grueling, everyone, okay, yeah. Team is fine. Next double. Gonna make this into a waddle. Barrel attack. What's happening? Why is this loading so slow? Let's go lantern and Sea King. And then go watchful. Rotom Mow. Parabolic charge, discharge. Step. Combat, ice spinner. Yeah. Ooh, rain boosted Quabble's gonna be nasty. While we can't, even though we can't see the pictures, we're definitely still gonna keep going. Why is this taking so dang long to load? He's gonna have Mega Napoleon. Don't know why I want him to have it, but he's gonna. Now we're gonna build a good team around this that can benefit from the rain. So let's. First, let's easy thunder spam on. Trying to avoid using legends as much as possible. I don't count Rotom as one. I'm only giving legends to the gym leaders until we hit um, the gym 8 split. That's when I would first start giving people legends, only because then you can go into the Victory Road split. It makes more sense if some people have minor legends because they got that far, which is when you're allowed to get your minor legends, so it makes sense. Electric and I think I gave someone oh, it's right. Well, it's rivals. I'm counting them as people who should get legends because they're bosses. But like regular trainers, I'm not going to give them those until they get to Gym A split and higher. Let's see. So what's a good electric type? Spam Thunder. Kind of want that to be my lead, actually. It's about time. A silly document. Everybody's finally populated pictures. Took long enough, jeez. Cause yeah, like crazy thing is, I wouldn't even count really Iron Jugulus as a legend. It's a paradox. That's about it. I'm thinking more like even then Coco's not exactly a super legend or nothing. But I like having Coco on that team because it makes sense. I'd say Electro is just really good, but it's also kind of difficult to handle in the rain. I don't want to give a double-edged sword kind of on. Oh, what's another strong mon that can hit that hard? We may not have to hit hard, just need to spam thunder. Let's think. I can give you mine him. Doesn't really. Okay, it kind of does. Mine him. That's precisely why. Okay, let's get a grass type that can handle. Actually, Ludicolo is perfect here. Oh, Clodsire. Might make Clodsire the lead. Then we go Minun. I'd also go Starmie over Minun, but no, Minun would be kind of funny because it has freaking Transistor, I think, or like Galvanize or something crazy. Pixelate, yes, Pixelate. What did I do to Minun? I know I buffed it somehow. Let's take a peek. Minun, what's your very? Yes, Pixelate. That's what I thought. It has Bolt Absorb as well, which is kind of cool. It is the special attacker of the group, so it can, but it can. It's still base 80 attack and running at base 80 extreme speed. Not crazy, not too bad. Can also run Hyper Voice, I'm guessing. No, but it really should get it. Can you give it Hyper Voice? Oh, why is Plusle so much stronger? That's because mine got all the defense buffs. Yeah, that's why. I'm gonna give you Plusle instead. This still has base 95 special attack, which is crazy to me. Meanwhile, mine it's got base 50 defense but 85 speed depth. And they both have 95 speed, which is kind of cool. So Plusle is really strong. Let's look into a final one. I'm probably thinking a dragon. I'd say probably Dragonite, actually. It's a really good pickup there. That's actually a really good shout. We can go Special Dragonite. That'd be cool. Hurricane Thunder. Draco Meteor. Ooh, okay. You make stream speed, but then we're gonna give you multi-scale. Eject button. Not eject button, eject pack. Oh, you click Draco, you get switched out. Pixelate. I think that'd be fun, personally. Go. Yeah, we'll go Timid, just because Extreme Speed to get picking stuff off. Okay, so we're through the weather routes. Now we can go to the Rocket Hideout. Deciding this team, or these teams, is going to be a pain. Because a back-to-back is hard to plan. Now let's think. Can you imagine doing this as a gauntlet? Gosh, it'd be crazy. Let's think. Go. You give you Viper. You give you Zangoose. Should go want to go kind of opposites teams. Give you Corviknight. Corviknight. Give you Tinkaton. What about some other counterpart mons? We got Corviknight, Tinkaton, Viper, and Zangoose. Taurus and Miltank. Not exactly a killer team everybody's looking for. Can make Miltank the lead here. There we go. I think it's pretty cool back to back. Okay, you've got what I could do is make these two optional. Because they are, technically. No way, I can just put the mons in there. Because the thing is, you don't have to fight these guys. You can completely dodge this guy. You can completely dodge this guy. You would just have to fight the back-to-back over and over and over and over again until you get through. That is a text message, I think. Nope, email. Boy, okay, let's continue. Optional fight for grunt number 1. It's going to be an exploding team again. Wheezing, Muck, Alola, Electrode, Zooey, Magnezone, just because it's fun. Now we're going to Probo Pass. Nah. It's another exploding Mon. What's another Mon that always goes boom? Can't think of it. What would be another Mon that explodes? A Meteor. Could always just search it. which wouldn't hurt either. Explosion. I go Soul Rock. That'll work. There we go. That's a terrifying concept. Okay. The scientist is going to be a goofy volt switch. Or not even that. It's just going to be team of science mons. He's going to have Eradicate. That'd be funny. The lab rat. Eradicate Alola. We're cutting this team down to 4. Because we're not going to have... These teams aren't going to be, like, actually built. I'll show you what I mean. Let's pull the game up so I can show you what I mean. Okay, let's see. Okay, so as soon as it's done loading, I'll show you what I mean. Because these 2 trainers are not even necessary. You can choose to fight them to make things more convenient. By that I mean, fight this trainer with the booming guys, you can get access to an early bird candy, I believe, and also an encounter in the hideout. But you have to fight him, and 4 booming mons is kinda nuts, because that really is gonna put a dent in your team no matter what you got. There. Okay, but yeah, so this guy's gonna go Misty Boom, 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 boom. So you're not safe just from bringing a ghost. You're gonna have to... Probably gonna have to sacrifice something. Actually, I'm gonna go a step further. Text message says... That way, if the golem goes boom, this guy galvanized. This is gonna Missy boom. Bye, Steam. Bye, Steam. Anywho, I don't know what's happened to my screen. Hello, are we back? Oh. Heck W. What is that? There. Hide that for now. Anyway. And this guy is gonna be just rats and bugs, because that's all he's gonna have. A lab rat, a bug, isn't it? Probopass. Because it's probes and it's funny. Okay, and then we're gonna have a. Also, how long did it take y'all to realize that Nosepass and Probopass were named after compass? Or was that just me that it took forever to figure out? Because yeah, that was interesting. Quick, yeah, let's look at this map real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's go into Mahogany, Team Rocket HQ. So in here, well, this guy's not optional, but this guy is. Oh no, I made him completely not optional, didn't I? Okay, so no, they're not optional. Fun. But these two fighting a back-to-back, you have to fight it a back-to-back into. You have to fight a back-to-back just to get another back-to-back to get into here to get this what is it, rare candy? Yeah, rare candy. Just to get that. Let's see. So yeah, that's kind of a thing. So yeah, you have to risk up your team just to make sure that you can get an encounter in this place and get this rare candy. This guy used to be optional, but he's not anymore. So, but the choice to, well, not the choice, but I could make it so that they're optional, just so that you've got to make the choice of back-to-back into this guy and sacrifice half your team to a bunch of exploding mons just to get this item and an encounter, and sacrifice, fight this optional guy just to turn off the rest of the eyes, which honestly might be worth it. I think I might change that. Some people may not like that, but you'll eventually be able to get this item once you beat this area. I'm going to delete. First off, is this which grunt is this? 42. You are 42. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna delete you. We're gonna delete you. Bring this back to being optional fights. But it's a good option because if you want to avoid having to face down two more back-to-backs, you will take down this guy instead. You have to face two back-to-backs already. So you can face this guy to turn off the back-to-backs. You can face this back-to-back into this guy to get this item and this encounter. I think that's a pretty balanced way of looking at that. What's another? We give him a Rotom Frost. He's got a cooler for his computer. There you go. He has a mini fridge, that way he can get some Coca-Cola while he's burning down the building. Alright. Then we get into the second floor, where we really start fighting actual people. These guys are problems. think we're coming close to the end here. We made a lot of good progress tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure you slap like, all this stuff. Who knows, maybe one day it'll help me make rent. Let's see. What can I give this guy? We're gonna start making these teams actually like just straight up well-built teams. Doesn't matter what the mons are. There's no themes. I think this is a 4-mon team, so we can work with something without it being crazy busted. Like some of these teams are too crazy. Like this one's actually really solid. This is a fun one because it's just gonna be discharge parabolic charge spam to power up these suckers. You. This is a solid team actually. I know it's kind of gimmicky with the whole rain abuse team. This is gonna be surf spam. Now maybe choice bed. Dry skin. Like, these are just gonna be fun, man. I think it would be cool to watch some of this happen. So, let's get a good solid team built for all of these, huh? Need a queen. Okay, poison and ground. Weak to ground, weak to psychic, weak to ice. That's it, actually. Weak to psychic, ground, and ice, and water. Ice and water, we get handled by water. Ground gets handled by grass. Or bug. Psychic gets handled by dark, gets handled by steel. Gambit. Then we can go with a 2 fighting resist, fire resist. Let's get another fire resist, get a dragon. I'm thinking max risk. This can be really disgusting actually. This team is crazy. I actually really like this team. Why aren't you loading? Doesn't matter. Let's move on to the next team. Okay. There you are, Hacksters. Now let's think of a good lead and we can build around that. So what's the good lead? What's another cool lead here? Selgor. Okay, Selgor. Weak to flying, rock, fire. That's actually it for bug, which is kind of wild. Flying, rock, and fire. Fighting and not fighting them. Flying, rock, and fire. Rock gets handled by ground, fighting. Fire gets handled by water. And dragon and rock. So we need a rock and ground type pretty much to handle all of these. So I'm thinking it can go with Rhyperior. I like Rhyperior, it's kind of scary to deal with. Rhyperior is handled by grass and water and ice. All 3 of which can by nothing. Actually, grass or ice and grass is really hard to switch into. Um, that's actually really hard to switch into. Um, Ice is really hard to switch into in general. Um, in ice and a actually, there we go. Max caliber. Okay, that's a good one. Fighting is the current weakness of the team. Let's put up a ghost type. It can give you Gengar. Okay, Psychic's no problem. It can give you a dark type and or a steel type. I'm thinking a steel type for this fight because I've got enough ways to handle. I want to go steel. I'm going to go dark. I can go dark and I'm going to use steel type to handle rock because currently our only rock resist is Rhyperior. Let's get a steel type. We can make it. This seems to be weak to ghost and dark. We can go steel and fighting. Give you a Lucario. Wouldn't be a terrible one. Also would help with steel weakness. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Lucario should handle that just fine. This is crazy. Like, he's just a nasty team. Okay. Still another really solid team here. We go into a gimmick team. So I'm thinking this guy's going to have all trappers. He's going to have Magnezone. No, he's going to, yeah, he's going to have Magnezone. Trio. And Allure. And then a really hard hitter. So let's go with, say, Hydreigon. That's still a really gross team. Because, like, try switching into any of those. You got a Magnet Pull. You've got an Arena Trap. You got Shadow Tag, and then you got Hydreigon to come and slap you in the face. One of these things traps you. Hydreigon comes into revenge. Chandelure comes into revenge. Dugtrio comes into revenge. Steel types are doomed against this team. Fairies are kind of bust against this team too. Magnezone will switch in, the Chandelure will handle it. Hydreigon can finish him off. Let's start with a. Let's give a flying type lead for this one. Let's go Skarmory. Here. Skarmory is weak to electric and fire, both of which can handle well by a ground type. Offensively, anyway. We can go with a Flygon. Okay, so far ice is kind of a problem. Let's add a fire or a fighting type, or steel type, or a rock type. Don't want to steal a rock type because fighting is currently a problem. Flying might be the way. No, sorry. It's an ice. We need a fire, fighting, steel, or rock. Fire is the way because it's the only thing that really. With Delphox. Okay. Delphox is weak to dark. And Ghost, which is currently something this team doesn't switch into too well. So we can go with a dark type that's kind of strong. Let's give you a. I was going to go with Absol, but a still might. What's another stinking strong? Oh, Crocodile. I think it leaves us open to water types though. Sharpedo. That's a really crazy team, actually. I'm liking these teams. These are crazy. And we're not too far away from the end. So I'm thinking if we can finish these out, I can probably work on the movesets in a little bit. Starting running out of steam though. Just mentally, it's been a long day. Very, very long day. Hard day, honestly. Let's put a couple more teams here. Let's lead with a... Do we have the fighting type yet? No, let's lead with the fighting type. Yin Xiao. Fairy, Flying, and Psychic. All three of which do not like Psychic or Steel types. Metagross is a great Pokemon for its team. What cutie? Ground types are currently a problem. Fire types are currently a problem. Let's give you a... Nitrapple. Or we can do Appleton. Well, Appleton, because you're going to be well-baked body. Oh wait, you handle both ground and fire types. Ice is somewhat of a problem, so we're going to add another fighting type to this list. I'm going to give you a Heracross. No, we're not going to add a fighting type. We're going to add, we got Steel type. Need a Rock type. Or a Scald user. Let's go with Milotic. Scald is easy spam against ice types in this. Yes, because Scald is super effective to ice types in this. Alright, so let's go now with a... Have 11 to ground type yet? Yes, 11 need a coin in the first batch.